So you mentioned ICOs, and obviously that's a very hot topic at the moment. I find I was around in the early days of the crowdfunding here. I've been here 8 years, and I definitely don't see the intense excitement and applause that's going on around ICOs that there was for crowdfunding. And I gather that crowdfunding was like the inception of people being able, ordinary people being able to invest in things that they were interested or wanted. So what do you think's happening with this ICO craze?
Well, I think it's a convergence of several factors. One is, it is the belief that we are about to reinvent the internet, and that this blockchain technologies and the things that go with them are essentially the next generation wave of a global digital world designed to do what it needs to do, which is not just communicate, but conduct commerce and transact and exchange and store assets and so on and so on. And if that's correct, then I do believe, and I actually do believe, that it's sort of 1995 all over again. And we don't know who's going to be the Google, the Facebook, the Cisco, and so on, of the PayPal of this next time frame. But I suspect that those companies are indeed being seed funded and founded right now. Wow. And so that's a very exciting proposition. The problem is that just like with toys.com, you know, the little sock puppet, or even, pets.com, yeah, or even toys.etoys for that matter, there's an awful lot of companies that are being founded today that will not succeed. And so I think the risk is very high. So that's one point. The second point is, as we said, the democratization of investing and the opportunity, and as well as to some extent a generational shift as more and more people feel more and more confident and about managing their money themselves and actually distrust the traditional institutions that would have done that on their behalf in the past. And then another thread of this is more of a mission-based view, which is, I think that there are people that really want the world to be different, and they view the distributed movement as a piece of that, of a way to shift from an industrial era and everything that went with that to more of a digital world, which we call the fifth era, which they actually want and they want to embrace. And so that's all good. The issue is, if you're an investor, or at least if you're going to make these investment decisions, you should be clear in your own head and unbundle your motivations. Right. Are you doing it for financial gain? Are you doing it because you believe in the purpose? Are you doing it for some other reason? And I think people are confused about that because, for example, if you did it for financial means, you wouldn't just want the token, you'd want the equity in the company that is bringing out this token. And I think most ICO investors don't get that point, you know, most by number. I mean, obviously the very sophisticated ICO buyers who are buying the biggest blocks get that, and they are increasing, you know, they are most frequently getting equity positions too. But the masses are just getting tokens. And tokens are software, and software is subject to obsolescence, and most of this software will fail. And the companies that bring out token A don't have to support token A. They can change their mind later and create token B, or token C, or token D. But if you're an investor in token A and you don't have an equity in the company, you'll be left behind as baggage that they no longer want to carry if they shift their focus over time. So as equity-based investors, we want equity in the companies too. And that's creating a dialogue in this time frame because the entrepreneurial founders don't necessarily have to give away their equity because the marketplace is rewarding them for just selling tokens.